Dear students, let us continue with the Module 4. In this lecture video, we will be studying Big Data Analytics Tools and Technology. To handle this big data, structured data or unstructured big data, what are the different tools and technology we have available? So, this is what we are going to study. So, Hadoop is at the core of many today's big data implementation. So Hadoop, it is a framework which is used to handle such a big data. Big data analytics can consist of many different software pieces that together collect, store, manipulate, and analyze all different types of data. So big data analytics it contains so many softwares, technology, which can together they can collect, store, and manipulate and analyze the different types of data. It helps to better understand the landscape by defining what big data is and what it is not. So this Hadoop it makes us uh, understand the data in a better way. So generally, the industry looks to the three V's to categorize big data. So big data is defined is defined in terms of three V's. First is velocity, variety, and volume. Now, see what is velocity. Velocity refers to how quickly data is being collected and analyzed. So, in big data, all the data are very quickly they are collected. Very quickly it is generated. You type one WhatsApp message quickly, it will be transferred. Any Facebook data, Twitter data, Instagram, LinkedIn, all these social network data, YouTube data, all these things are data will be transferred in a very fast way with a high velocity. So velocity refers to the how quickly data is generated, collected, and analyzed. So Hadoop distributed system, that is also called HDFS, is designed to ingest and process data very quickly. So HDFS is designed to ingest and process data very quickly. Smart objects can generate machine and sensors that at a very fast rate and required at a base or file system capable of equally fasting functions. So smart objects can generate these machine data using sensors and all with very fast rate. So they will generate the big data. Next uh, uh, criteria of big data to define is variety. So variety refers to different types of data like as we studied structured data, semi-structured data or unstructured data. So different database technologies may only be capable of accepting one of the set. So different database technologies like here we have MySQL, RDBMS and all this. They will be able to they are capable to handle only one type of data, either structured data, unstructured data, or semi-structured data, but not all the three. But Hadoop is able to collect and store all the three types of data. Third criteria of big data is the volume. So volume refers to the scale of the data in a very large volume. Whenever this data gets created, they get created in a very large volume. So that is another criteria. Typically, this is measured from a gigabyte on the very low end to petabyte or even exabyte of data on the other extreme. Generally, big data implement at a scale beyond what is available on locally attached storage disk on a single node. So it is common to see clusters of servers that consist of dozens, hundreds, or even thousands of nodes for some large employments. So like to handle such a volume data, we need to have a big servers, you know. So here different Hadoop tools we have. Hadoop is an open source distributed processing framework, which is the key of the big data analytics. So this big data can be analyzed using the Hadoop, which is an open source distributed framework. And the different Hadoop tools we have, the first one it is a HDFS, that is called the Hadoop Distributed File System. So Hadoop Distributed File System, which is commonly known as HDFS, is designed to store large amount of data. Hence, is quite a lot more efficient than the our regular file system, that is NTFS, new type file system, and FAT32 file system, which are used in Windows PC. HDFS is used to cater large chunks of data quickly to applications. HDFS it can cater a large chunk of data quickly for the application. Yahoo has been using Hadoop distributed file system to manage over 40 petabytes of data. Yahoo used it is using to handle 40 petabytes of data every day. Next tool we have the MapReduce. Hadoop MapReduce is a framework that makes it quite easy for the developer to write an application that will process multi-terabytes data set in parallel. So MapReduce it is a framework which makes the developer very easy to write application which can handle multi-terabytes of data in a parallel way. So these data sets can be calculated over large clusters. MapReduce framework consists of a job tracker and task tracker. MapReduce framework it has two things. One is called job tracker, another is called task tracker. So there is single job tracker which tracks all the jobs, while there is a task tracker for every cluster node. There is a job tracker which tracks all the jobs, and there is a task tracker which monitors uh, whole the cluster node. Job tracker schedules the job, while task tracker, which is slave monitor them and reschedule them if they fail. Third type of tool we have the Hive. So Apache, which is commonly known for hosting servers, have got their solution for Hadoop's database as Apache Hive Data Warehouse software. This makes it easy for us to query and manage large data set. So Hive basically it works like a SQL language which is used to query and it manages uh, which is used to query the big data and it manages large data set. With Hive, all the unstructured data are projected with a structured and later we can query the data with SQL like language known as Hive QL. Hive provides different storage types such as plain text, RC file, HBase, ORC, etc. Hive also comes with built-in functions for the users, which can be used to manipulate dates, strings, numbers, and several other types of data mining functions. So Hive it comes with a built-in functions for the many users, and it manipulates dates, strings, numbers, and several other types of data mining functions. Next tool we have the NoSQL. So structured query language have been in use since a long time. Now as the data is mostly unstructured, we require a query language which does not have any structure. So NoSQL basically it is used to query the unstructured data. How that SQL works for the structured data. So this is solved mainly through NoSQL. Here we have primarily key pair value with secondary index. In this one, primary key value pair will be there with the secondary index.